Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to install IDM downloader. Alright, so if you want to install IDM downloader, okay, so you want to install your internet download manager, just watch this video step by step. Let me walk you through exactly how to do that. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is to come over to their website. Alright, so if you don't know how to come over to the internet downloader website, just open the tab on your browser, okay, and then you want to come here and then type in internet. Alright, just type in internet, type in download, download, and then type in manager. All right, it is super simple. So once you're here, the official website is going to come up right here, internet download manager. So I'll click on it right here. It is super simple. Honestly, you cannot miss it. So this is basically how you come over to the website. All right, so once you're inside of the website, the next thing you're going to be confronted with is this 30-day free trial. It is super simple. You can just click on the 30-day free trial right here. All right, so basically see it just downloaded right here. So it's downloading and boom, we're done. So I'll just come here, click on it, open a file. Right, so I'll just open my file explorer and come here. You can see the internet downloader I just downloaded. So I'll come here, click on it, I'll double click on it, and then it says here, do you want to run this file? All right, so you can see this is the step-by-step process. You click on run, okay, so you have run, you have cancel, you want to click on run right here. So it's actually going to run right here and it's going to open, so you can see. So basically what you want to do right now, you just want to give it some seconds. You should take like maybe 5 seconds to 10 seconds to properly come up right here. Alright guys, so right here it's up and it says here internet download manager installation wizard. So it says welcome to the internet manager setup program. Alright, so basically this is the step-by-step process you need to go through to install. It says here it is necessary to close all web tab running before running this setup program. So they want us to close all our tabs, which is fine. I'll close it right here. Alright, so and then I'll come here, refresh, because that's what they said. You want to close all tabs before installing. And then it says warning, this program is protected by copyright laws, international treaties. Unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this program or any portion of it may result in severe civil and crime penalties, blah blah. Yeah, so you want to come down here, click on next. All right, so once you click on next, you have to maybe go through the license agreement and all of that. So most people don't do it, so you just scroll down right here. If you're done with it, right, going through the agreement, you can just come and click on accept. I accept the terms of the license agreement, click on it, and automatically the next button is going to be activated. All right, so the next button will be activated. Click on it, and then you see where it says setup will install internet download manager in the following folder. So install into a different folder, click the browser. So they're telling you that this is where it's going to be installed. Right, so this is where the setup will be installed. Right, so this is where the setup will be installed inside of my computer. So if I want to change it, I can decide to change it right here. So if you want to, it's up to you. Also, they said that they will create an icon for my IDM on desktop, which means it's going to appear here. That's what it means. Okay, so we click on next, and then it says here you are ready to install blah blah blah. Click the next button, and then boom, you can see this is it. So it's installing right here. It is super fast, super easy, and super simple, as you can see. So basically, yes, boom, so we are done right here. And as you can see, it says here press the finish button, and then it says if you want IDM to take over your downloads immediately after the installation, please close all web tabs before proceeding. You may open your browser after downloading. So click on finish. All right, so I'll just come here, refresh right here, click on refresh. Now basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the internet download manager is supposed to come up, which is this. It just came up right here. Right, so this is basically it. So right now that it's up, so we are going to try and download something, maybe a PDF or something. Let's see if it's going to come up. So I just refresh my computer. Okay, so boom, so this is the IDM right here. It just came up. They are giving me the instructions of what to do. So you can see basically this is just how it looks like. Alright, so they're giving us an instruction on how to use it effectively. It says the IDM at the top. It says the IDM extension has been successfully installed into Google Chrome browser, it now says that you must enable IDM integration model. You must enable IDM integration model extension in Google Chrome settings if you want IDM to work properly. So basically, they're just telling us what to do about it in our Chrome. So they said we should first of all come to the three dots at the top right inside of our Chrome. We're going to go to more tools, and then we're going to go to extension. We're going to activate it right here. And also, if you want to activate it to be able to download in your incognito tab, is optional. You can do it. So we've gotten the information, right? So next thing we are going to do is that we are just going to come down here. I'm going to click on my Chrome right here. Okay, so we'll click on it. So they're already asking me to enable it, right? So in case yours does not show, so mine they're already asking me to enable it, but in case yours does not show, we'll click on it right here. We'll come to extension. All right, so we'll come to manage extension right here. All right, so you can see we're going to look for IDM right here. So what we're going to do right now is that right now I couldn't find it right here. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to come back to the three dots at the top right. All right, so the three dots again at the top right. Come here. So rather than coming here, you'll see at the top it says here new extension added IDM integration model. So at the top right here, so you should check your device, right, especially if you're using an updated version of your Chrome. So I'll click on it. It says here enable. All right, so enable extension. All right, so as you can see, this is it right here. All right, so this is it right here. So you can disable, you can enable. All right, you can also come over to the details like they said. Now if you come over to the details right here, they are going to ask you some questions, so it helps you use IDM better. All right, so right here it says here description, download file with internet download manager and all of that. It also says here the permission. It says read and change all. So basically these are the permissions that your IDM currently has, the one that we just installed. So you can take note of it. Anyone you don't want it to have access to, it says here allow this extension to read and change all your data on websites you should visit. So if you want it to change on all websites and all of that, so you can just see the settings right there. So this is the incognito tab that we're talking about initially. So right here it says allow incognito tab. It says warning, Google Chrome cannot prevent extension from recording your browsing history. To disable this, so if you want it to be able to download inside of your incognito tab, if you're doing something private and you want to download, you still want internet download manager to have access to your incognito tab, you can activate this one right here. Otherwise you can just leave it toggled off. The reason is because if you toggle it on, and it can, if it downloads your history, what they are trying to say is that they cannot prevent that. So that's what they're telling you. You should be careful. So just depends on what you want. You can activate it or deactivate it. At the same time, it says here allow access to file URL. Yes, this should be done. Allow access to file URL, so that sometimes when you have a file URL, you can come over to your IDM right here. Let me click on close, come over to it, and then click on add file URL, and automatically it will be pasted here. So usually if yours is activated right here, let me exit this, if this one is activated right here, whenever you want to download, the link to the download button, the link for that download you want to download will come and appear here. So it's going to come and appear here. So I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. If I come over to YouTube right here, we're going to take a random video, okay? And I'm going to take a random video. We're going to come down here, and then we're going to type in, let's see, just help my, let me just take a random video right here. Let me take a random video. I'll just take this one right here. So I'll just take it, I'll just click on share, copy the link, just an example. Okay, so when I copy the link, the moment I copy it right here, if I come to IDM right here and I click on add right here, boom, the link, the YouTube link is already here. All right, so this is, you can click on OK and download. So that's basically how it works. All right, so that's what that one means. So this is what it means. So automatically it has access to links. I hope that makes sense. So this is basically it. So this is actually how to successfully install your IDM downloader. So do well to like this video if you got any value. I believe I've showed you exactly how to install your IDM downloader. So do well to like the video if you got any value. Also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. We make videos like this to help you out. Okay, so subscribe, and with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.